Welcome the students of class 7. Welcome to our e-learning class. And today in this social science history class, I am going to revise the another subunit from your second chapter history. And the name of the subunit is Prasastis and Land Grant. I am revising this subunit. Now let's begin the subunit. So what is the meaning of Prasasti? You have to know first. In class 6, you have already read about the Prasasti. What is the meaning of Prasasti? I am repeating again that Prasasti means a special type of inscription, means in praise of, praising someone, composed in form of poetry by the court poets of kings to praise his activity and issued by the king himself from 1st century AD. And sometimes the king's family members, their mothers also issued this inscription and Prasastis. And such as the Nasik Prasasti was issued by the mother of Gautami Putra Satkarni, the ruler of Satavahana dynasty, and his mother Gautami Balasri also issued that Nasik Prasasti. So in this way, Prasasti containing the activity, and they actually exaggerate the achievements of the king. And what are the main features of Prasasti now? That Prasastis may not be literally true. All the description was not true all the time, because lot of mistakes found by the historian on those inscriptions, those are not true. Actually, these are exaggerated narration about that king, okay, to praise the king. Next one, composed by the learned Brahmins. These inscriptions composed by the learned Brahmins, such as the Allahabad Prasasti inscribed by Harishana, was the Brahmana and court poet of Samudragupta, the Gupta ruler. And Harishana also helped their administrative functions. So in this way, these Brahmanas also helped them in various administrative matters. Number 3, how rulers wanted to depict themselves. We know from these Prasastis that Prasastis give us the idea that how rulers depicted themselves in front of other rulers at the time and in front of their subjects or the people of their states. So these are the main features of Prasasti. Now we are going to discuss about an example of Prasasti, that is Gwalior Prasasti. It is another Prasasti. It is situated in Madhya Pradesh, and this Prasasti found, and it is written on medieval period, that's why it's given in your book, and describes the exploits of Nagabhatta, a Pratihara king. This Prasasti describes the exploits, what are the territories annexed by the Nagabhatta in an exaggerated manner. So I am reading that portion from your book. The kings of Andhra, Saindhava means today's Sindh province, Vidarbha means the part of Maharashtra, and Kalinga, it is a part of Orissa, fell before him even as he was a prince. When he was a prince, then these states actually defeated by him. It was and it was demanded in the Prasasti. He also won a victory over Chakrayudha, the ruler of Kanauj, means present in today's Bihar, and he defeated the king of Vanga, it is name of today's Bengal, Vanga. Anartha, it is a part of Gujarat, a state was there called Anartha as per this Prasasti. Malava, part of Madhya Pradesh, the ruler of Malava also defeated by Nagabhatta, as well as Kirata, the forest peoples living in mainly Chhattisgarh region, and Turushka, it is the Turks. Turks means the Turkish people from they also, when invaded India, they also defeated by the Nagabhatta. It was mentioned in the Prasasti. As well as Vatsa, Matsa, both the kingdoms in North India. Vatsa and Matsa, they are situated just in present day UP and some part of Delhi, and these kingdoms also defeated by Nagabhatta, claimed by the Gwalior Prasasti. So that's all from this Prasasti. Now Another important thing, that how Prashasti except these Prashastis, kings often rewarded land grants to Brahmana. Sometimes kings often granted land grants to the Brahmana, sometimes as a reward of this Prashasti for writing this type of Prashasti, or to gain their acceptance in the society. We have already mentioned. Okay, so when they were given land, they recorded on copper plates the details of the land and about the land grant recorded on a copper plate as a document and given to the receiver. It was given to the receiver or the Brahmana as a document. And look at your book, that a bunch of copper plates are joined together with a hook, and in front of the hook the royal seal was present, and the presence of royal seal in the bunch of the copper plates is an evidence that these are authentic. Okay, and the royal seal is a symbol of authenticity on those copper plates, that those copper plates issued by the king and it is authentic. Now, but in the 12th century, a large poem containing the history of Kashmir written by Kalhana. But except this type of copper plate inscription about the land grant, describing about the land grants and Prashastis, another type of historical document as well as written document found at the time. These were called written by Kalhana, and it is example of this type of text. And this type of text, actually we can call them historical texts, because they describe the history of the rulers ruled on the Kashmir region in 12th century, as well as in this book, the book named Raja Tarangini. It was not mentioned in your book, but its original name is Raja Tarangini of that book, written by Kalhana. And in this book, Raja Tarangini, he was very much written all these details with very much detailing and with the name of the sources, such as inscription, manuscripts, as well as many coins and rock edicts. And after that, and also he gathered information from the folk tales and from the people. And so after that he wrote this book, Raj Tarangini. So that's why we can call it an authentic source of history of Kashmir, because it was written very carefully and mentioning all the sources from where he collected the information. So these are the three type of writings found at that time. So that's all from this subunit, Prashastis and land grant. Hope you have understood. Next class will come with another subunit. Thank you for watching.